We know outlet malls are a go-to stop for whether it's back to school or those road trips for the summer, but do you think you're really saving money? Nonprofit watchdog group Consumers Checkbook sent investigators out to outlet stores across the country to find out. Joining us this morning is Jennifer Barger. She's a former Washington Post fashion editor who led this investigation. Jennifer, thanks for joining us this morning.
Nice to be here.
So, what made Consumers Checkbook dig into this?
I just think a lot of people are confused, including us, about exactly what outlet malls are carrying. Is it second quality stuff? Is it stuff from last season? Or is it stuff that maybe they're making just for the outlet?
Yeah, so let's start with the biggest myth. What do most shoppers get wrong about the kinds of products we're buying?
Well, I think that we found that about half of the outlets we visited, and we visited, everything from Adidas to Zales, we found that about half of the brands we checked out were making goods specifically for the outlets. And most of them were what I would call these mid-level mall clothing brands, your Banana Republics, your J. Crews, your Gaps. And we emailed PR people. We went and checked out stores, and while people were not forthcoming with what the outlets were carrying, the staffers at the stores were, and essentially many of them were making things just for the outlet. But we did find there are many exceptions. Like more than half of the stores that we checked out had things that would have appeared in regular stores.
All right, so I guess the question is then how can you tell if it was for the outlet or if it was that overstock from the regular retailer?
Well, first of all, you can read our guide, but one of the things, most of the home stores, most of the things like Restoration Hardware or Williams Sonoma, most of those did seem to be directly from the mainline stores. But one thing you can look for is if labels say there's a lot of compare at and MSRP, and those tags are essentially meaningless. They're almost like when Amazon says, "Oh, this book is $25," and they have the slash out, but you get it for 18. So those price tags on clothing or shoes, that say pair of sneakers never sold for that. Usually never sold for that higher price. You're usually getting exactly what you pay for. And at some of the places that do have genuine outlet goods, genuine like past season or slightly damaged stuff, then you really just want to look at the quality. The sofas at Pottery Barn or RH or places like that, you want to see, is that a scuffed up floor model, or is that something that I could live with? Could I live with that scratch on that dresser?
Yeah, I mean, I know that's exactly what I do because I don't even see the name brand on a piece of furniture anyway, if people are just shopping for that name brand. So the MSRP tags, that's a good red flag. Any other, red
And
flags that people
compare
should watch out for? Or compare at? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think also just like watching for quality, because I feel like that's something that we've gotten away from in the US, or around the world. So I think that it's interesting because when we were comparing garments at, say, a regular Banana Republic versus a Banana Republic factory store, what you'll often see is that maybe the Banana Republic sundress for summer is 100% linen and has a full skirt, whereas the one at the factory store will be a blend of maybe cotton and a synthetic, and it won't even have as much fabric. So you're getting something different.
And are these outlet stores, is this regional or is this really across the country that it's that theme of,
I
the mid-level brand?
Yeah, I think it's across the country. It's across the country. I mean, there are exceptions. Anthropology runs both home and clothing outlets. Their clothing outlets are called Re-Eclectic, and those do genuinely have stuff that's like cleared out of the back room from Anthropology or Urban Outfitters, which is the same company. And then they also do kind of a funny thing that they sell from their Nuuly, Nuuly, rental clothing business. They'll sell things that have been quote unquote retired from that. So that's kind of what you're finding at these anthro outlets.
All right.
But I mean, they're bargains. They're just, they're slightly used.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would think that we should expect that they're not going to be perfect, I guess, right?
Yeah, and I think that's just kind of an overall theme for outlets is if you want the stuff that's perfect, you want, that shirt that you spot in the window in your size, then you can go to one of these outlets that's manufacturing stuff for specifically for the outlet. The stuff isn't, again, it's not specifically bad, it's just different. So I think that's what people should know.
All right, Jennifer, and what is that guide if people want to know more information?
Yeah, it's online now at consumercheckbook.org. So, and hopefully you guys will drop a link in. But yeah, we run down 40 different stores that are found around the country. So I think you'll find it really interesting.
Yeah, fascinating. Consumerscheckbook.org online. Thank you, Jennifer.
Yes.
Appreciate the
Thanks
tips.
a lot.